Howdy do, and welcome back to Mega Man 11. Now, when we left off, we beat all of the Robot Masters. It's finally time to tackle Dr. Wily. Now, if you don't have a history with Mega Man games and you've been watching my playthrough, this isn't really a spoiler, but just how the classic Mega Man games have worked. Once you beat the 8 Robot Masters, you have a showdown with Dr. Wily at his fortress, but it's not like a straight, it's now time to just fight him, the final boss, that's it. It's usually a couple of stages in his final, base, his fortress that he has per game. So this is probably no exception. He probably has a fortress. We'll probably have to go through at least about 3 or 4 stages before we even actually get to him to fight him. So this could be the final episode of this playthrough or the second to one, because I might break it up in 2 halves depending on how long it takes. One thing I will note really quick that I did as well is we had a lot of bolts. A lot of bolts saved up, and so I went through and spent basically all of them on basically some of everything. We have the lessens the amount of pushback we get hit when we get hit down. We have the shock absorber. We have the spike boots, even though we don't probably have to deal with ice anymore. I don't know. We got beat. If I fall down a cliff, Beat can come save us now. So there we go. We have lives. I bought 9 lives because we've died a lot, as we have seen so far. I'm not very good at not dying, at least once an episode. So with that being said, jumping back over to this screen, we did what was called what I'm calling the Skarzard speedrun, just as an excuse to shout them out, because I can. That's what I can do with my channel. I love doing stuff like that. Which was Tundra Man, Impact Man, Torch Man, Blast Man, Block Man, Acid Man, Bounce Man, Fuse Man. With Wily's Castle, I don't recall there being a speedrun route because it's a very linear path, but there are a couple tricks we could try to do since I have those extra lives. And we've rambled a bit now, so how about we just jump into it and see what Wily has in store for us. Yep. There's said fortress. The gear fortress, because, the double gear system and whatnot. Ah, yes, okay, so there will be 4 stages, and so we might go through the first 2, depending on how much I struggle or not on those, and then maybe go to the third and then final battle with Wily for the actual finale episode. This is gonna be rough. I did see, like I said, people speedrun and play the game before, so I do know kind of what's coming. Doesn't mean I'll be able to do it though, right? Torchman, as an example, I knew that was coming. We still died to the auto-scrolling a lot. I want to say I've gotten used to the keyboard controls a bit more at least, but I don't want to jinx it either. Oh yeah, the Mega Bus is stronger now because it's like a charge shot thing. Now my shots are bigger, and that should help us a lot too. Also, we have not just one. Oh wait, there's things up there I didn't see. I didn't see the gears in the background because the fortress is a gear fortress. So it's I jumped. I was like, wait, what am I not? Oh, we've already taken damage. All right. No, I was hoping. There we go. Whoa, wait, I didn't? Okay. I guess I was hitting the walker instead of the Sniper Joe, which, when you do that, the Sniper Joe will fall out then. There are some parts I'm worried about, because I think there's some parts that I remember this level where I won't fall to my death, but I will fall, and it'll be hard. Oh, I'm not going until you fire. I'm going to bait you into firing, because I know it's going to happen if I do it otherwise. Like this, I won't fall to my death, but I'll fall. And now I get missile chasing me. Can I make it? Can I make it? I can make it. Oh, no, it gets worse. Gotcha. Ah. I've never seen a missile turn that tightly. That's actually kind of impressive. I don't think I can shoot this cannon safely, so I'll just wait for the... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so stuff like this. If I recall... There might be a thing I can do up here where if I use Impact Man's weapon... Oh no, I missed the, oh. Okay, well, I almost did it. The problem being more that, okay, so we still have some of those left. The problem, oh wait, there was another thing I could have just jumped on top of instead of doing all this. Now we're just taking a bunch of free damage. So I guess if I would have aimed higher, or maybe I didn't even have to use the power gear version of it, I don't know. But yeah, that's like a example of a thing. Now, I mean, we are running this casually. We're not speedrunning this because we're a ways off before I'd be able to speedrun this. It's kind of a waste. Let's not do that. Oh, okay. Gotta be a little bit faster on that. There we go. I'm just gonna skip all that. I've never been good at those. Ooh, this one's gonna be a little tricky too, I believe. So what you want to kind of do is bait that, because it's really hard to hit him. I could try. Okay, this might be risky because like jump. Okay, never mind. It was a lot less risky. I built it up in my head really badly. Ooh, another life. I don't really need it because we haven't died yet, and I don't think we can go beyond. Wow, hold on. I'm loving all the extra lives, but I think 9's the cap, right? Like, we can't build up, like, just infinite amount of lives, right? Ooh, I don't like this. Let's do that, then. I also have Rush Jet, if I was, It's kind of like the Speed Gear. I don't really utilize Speed Gear as much as I probably should, and I probably don't utilize, Rush Jet as much as I probably should. Oh no, this looks far worse than the one I was worried about. Hold on. Can I get them before they get me? I'm worried about having to deal with both of them. Also, I don't know what the Rush Jet button is. I maybe should have paid a bit more attention to that. Ah, well. Can I deal with you? Yes, I can. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. This might be a bit risky. We do have 2 beats left, so... is exactly... Oh, no, there's more. Yep. Alright, well... Can that hit me? No, it can't. That can! Oh, no, we've used them all up now. We have to make it now. Like, we have to make it now. No. Actually, can Rush get me up there? Because I kind of want to... Because if Rush can get me up there, and I can also charge shot this guy to death, I think we're just going to impact man it. Again, probably not the right way to do this. Oh, it might be, actually. Hold on. If I would have hit that, I think that's the speed run, like, that's the strat. I want to say that's the strat, is to do stuff like that. Maybe, oh no, this looks terrible. This also looks like almost Mega Man X levels of, oh dear. Ah, never mind. Oh, I'm definitely getting rid of this so I can just, no, whoa, that wasn't. There we go. So Impact Man's weapon, those things are usually pretty invulnerable. Oh, I wonder if I can get away with it this time, or do I have to actually do it? Oh, okay. I messed that up. Ah, okay. There we go. I'll just do it the regular way, fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm totally down for that. Whoa, Sniper Joe. I'm just gonna damage boost through this because it's at that time. We're at that time now. Oh, there's so many. And still not good enough to stop me, huh? Yeah, I'm not. I know what's gonna happen. The moment I jump, you're just gonna be ready. Oh no! Oh no! No, my friend. Thank you for the health back. This. Now, this I kind of remember. And I remember those thingies right there being a huge issue. You're not going to be an issue anymore because I kind of just killed you. But there's more. There's got to be more up there. And I wish the checkpoint was like right here, because we're out of beats. So if we fall here, like, we die. And granted, we have a bunch of health, or lives, I mean, so it's fine. No, jeez, let's just, yeah. Oh, the checkpoint is here. Oh, isn't that brilliant? Actually brilliant. Can I actually just... Can that get me all the way up there? No. Okay. Had to find out, though. So I know there's that up there now. I wonder if I can destroy him from down here, though. I doubt it. But I hope they're gone now. Yeah. We're just gonna have to... Practice makes perfect kind of a thing. Oh, never mind. We're going back. Forget... Whoa, timeout. Hang on. That's one of those, like, you go to jump off a cliff, like Neo in the Matrix, if he had a running jump to go to Morpheus, found out midway through the jump he couldn't, and just, like, backflipped back. Like, let's just maybe think about the logistics, the science of this. Just hold on. Okay. Momentum, right? Yeah, oh. I kind of had the idea right there. I just didn't jump. Really hope I don't blow all my lives like right here. If I did, it makes sense. Because like this is actually where I probably really needed beat more than anything else. And then... Come on, me. Yay! There we go. I'd rather be overcautious than not cautious enough. With buying all the lives and all the beat helps and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Man, I keep thinking I keep nailing you. Oh no. See, now this is gonna be a throwback for like classic Mega Man fans. I know it's coming. And it kind of works. I don't feel like it was a nostalgia grab because I feel like it's in line with the whole gear system. Yep, here we go. Come on. Jeez, I didn't realize I was going to do that little damage to him, or else I would have, It's so, like, it gets so, like, scary for me once he's, like, loaded in both sides, because then you kind of have, like, a lot smaller space. There's a pattern, though. That is one thing I learned with Mega Man Powered Up for the PSP, as a matter of fact. There actually is a pattern. I'm so busy trying to narrate that I'm getting my butt kicked. Hold on. There's a pattern to how he deploys. Oh no. He's not supposed to be doing it already, though. Yeah, we're dead. I'm just gonna die. I'm fine with that, because his weakness, I believe, is Blastman's weapon, which I wasn't using. What I was trying to say was there's a pattern, and once you memorize that pattern, you actually will always dodge, because it's not RNG. I got lucky on that opening because I was just kind of waiting for it, but also there's more room to dodge, I feel. But anyways, yeah, the Yellow Devil. Yellow Devil's back. Throwback to like one of Mega Man's first enemies, because one of Wily's first robots he built in the first game for combat, right? Like, oh no, I thought that would blow up instantly. Okay, I have to use the Power Gear version. Actually, if I was smart, I'd just do that. And then I just stay over here. If I'm going to take damage anyways. Oh no, I was hoping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. We might be in trouble. I lost that pretty handedly. Now, the nice thing about this is that they gave me the energy back, so, you know, there's that. But if I'm going to take all that damage anyways, I'm just going to damage boost dodge, like, through it and be like, okay. There was a game for the PSP that was called Mega Man Powered Up, which was basically the first Mega Man game for the PSP. Like the instant I take damage, it's just time to kind of go through here and just wait over here. You know. Gotta dodge it. Don't dodge it. It's fine. Jeez. Oh, excuse me? Do that again. Please do that again. I'll do that too. Okay. Not the most efficient way, of course, to beat the Yellow Devil or do any of that. I thought it was kind of interesting, by the way, in the background, the eyes of Wily's castle are kind of lit through the slits there, too. That was kind of like, almost like he was watching. But anyways, let me try and finish a thought. There was a game for the PSP called Mega Man Powered Up. It was basically the first Mega Man game for the PSP, but like in kind of like, almost kind of like Mega Man 11 modeling, not obviously as updated as the graphics of a 2018 game versus like a 2006 game, but it's kind of like a 3D-esque 2D side-scrolling game through some of your favorite levels. All the bosses had like characters and personalities and stuff, and they added Time Man and Oil Man into the game as well, which was interesting because it meant like Fireman was the weakness to two people in that game because he could burn oil as well. You also could play the regular, like, original version without, like, the extra characters and extra bosses and stuff. You could play as Proto Man if you beat all, like, the 100 challenge stages, and you could create your own levels. And I actually really enjoyed it for what it was. But it also, because it was going through of the first Mega Man game, it had the Yellow Devil in that. And so you kind of needed to learn his pattern, because it was really rough otherwise. I got some extra bolts. Let's just get our lives back. Yep, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Let's do this while I narrate.
Are you sure?
And so anyways, if you ever heard anybody talk about that game, that's what that was. I thought it was, you know, good for what it was. I'm not one of those people where it's like, it's time to, as I'm older, to go and criticize something that honestly I didn't really have a problem with then, and I probably don't now.
Are you sure?
I also still have my PSP, so I can also still go play the game to confirm that's not nostalgia or anything.
Already. Good luck out there, Mega.
That was an interesting time though, because like I mentioned playing the Mega Man Battle Network games on the Game Boy SP specifically, and then I got a PSP and I didn't have an SP anymore, so I had that game and then another game which was Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, or Mega Man X Maverick Hunter for the PSP, which again was like the first Mega Man X game, but for the PSP. So I got to play through that too, and it was kind of the same concept. You could also play as Vile and some other stuff too, some other stuff too. But now let's actually talk about this. So for this stage, I believe this has some auto-scrollers in it. So I went and picked up some supplies, because we might be getting our butts kicked in this one. That thing, this one isn't going to move, but I believe the next time we see these kind of machines, they're going to chase us, and it's going to be horrible. Because again, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, auto-scrollers are my weakness. I don't do well with auto-scrollers. That's just, it is what it is. Who knows, maybe Yellow Devil will end up being the first one, because even though this has auto-scrollers, because this level's indoors, maybe I'll do a little bit better. Less cliffs to fall off. Like maybe beat was actually unnecessary. I just like that beat's useful though. Like people have their own jokes about beat and their usefulness or not usefulness in some of the other games, and in this game I feel like, well, they did something that I feel that's useful. I fall off cliffs quite often. So, you know, I could use something coming to save me, especially because it has wings and can fly. Ah, this, huh? Like this. This might be an auto-scroller already. Yep, here we go. But now, because I have the one thing, when I use speed gear, I'm actually faster. I don't need it yet, though, but I will at some point. Kind of like this, where I can just kind of power speed boost stuff. Oh, Sniper Joe's gonna follow me to the ends of the earth. Actually, I shouldn't wait like that. I should just keep moving. I am definitely damage boosting, and I don't recommend it, but like there's checkpoints. So I'm just kind of trying to get I'm trying to get by. Can I just make it over? No, that wasn't a good idea. Nope, no thanks. Okay, we're going back. Oh, I can't leave? Okay. If I recall, I should be able to use Blast Man's weapon for this, though. Yes. Alright. That's the thing about, like, what was I watching? I was watching... I want to say it was Zython at the point of recording this video. I want to say it was. And I feel bad if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. But I was watching it, and YOLO was actually speedrunning Shadow the Hedgehog. And the thing about that was interesting to me was you hanging out in chat. I like that game too, by the way. So that was fun to watch someone play it. But more importantly, was someone mentioning how... And I don't want to get names wrong, so I don't want to assume who it was that said it. They noticed some similarities between like Dr. Wily and Dr. Eggman in terms of like how they kind of both have a motif, if you will, right? Like Eggman has his logo and kind of like the smile mustache thing. Dr. Wily has the skulls and stuff. And I thought it was kind of interesting to think about just villains kind of in general in games, how they kind of do that in some way or another. Whether it's like super narcissistic with Eggman, right? Or with Wily, though, when you see the skull stuff, like you know it's him, right? Like you know that's a Dr. Wily capsule or castle or whatever he's using that has like the skull kind of a thing going on with it. And I also kind of just wonder a little bit if that's what would help make a character like a villain kind of a bit iconic to their franchise, is having something like that instead of just being like, this isn't a shot at any franchise, just if the character was just, you know, dark, you know, evil villain person. Because I feel like, I'm not saying characters that have a motif like Eggman or Wily could like get to be less of a character because the motif helps define them in terms of like, well, you're just gonna come back? Don't do that. But like, I guess what I'm saying is like recognizability. Especially if we're talking crossovers and stuff, which I'm not really, but at the same time, like, not really even relating, but just like thinking about the designs of how people do villains and stuff like that. And how, does it really have to be iconic? Is it more important to have a mix of iconic look and character personalization, personality of some sort? None of that, right? It is some things I think about sometimes. Because also I recently discovered the story I had to write for 7th grade once. And I'm looking at it now where I'm like, you know, this wasn't like the worst written idea, but I definitely could write it better now than I could as a, what, like 12-year-old in 7th grade? And so I'm thinking about some of the original stuff I did in that story, because the premise of the story was a crossover for a lot of my favorite things. And how, if I was rewriting it, especially the original stuff, how could I do the original characters better? Now that I'm older and I've, you know, been in more experience with things like how people do things, design things, and all that stuff too. And it's just an interesting question I pose for myself a little bit. Because maybe when I have a lot of free time one day, I might go and like rewrite the story. Not really rewrite it, but like flesh it out, I think is the better word to use for it. Because that story could definitely use some fleshing out on some parts. Other parts I think were not perfect, but like I knew the direction I was trying to go, and maybe I just didn't know the words for it. It's gonna go on forever if I don't just take you out first, huh? Oh yeah, they just keep coming. Okay, well, I'm so lucky that jumped that way. And that's what I mean by splitting it up. Like, usually finale episodes I try and make it one go, but I feel like by the time I get to this boss and stuff, it probably would be better to make it its own episode. So it's still like a third level, which if this is like the other Mega Man games, it's not, again, not really a spoiler, but like usually there's a refight of all the bosses at some point. And that, jeez. Oh, I guess I could have did that, huh? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, though. That was such a good idea. Not the damage, but like getting the speed gear. Because the speed gear, what it did is it was kind of more of like a focus gauge, is what I would call it, before you get the power up. Because like it slowed everything down, including you, right? Like, it slowed you down, so you didn't really speed up, but it did let you, like, as a player, kind of, because everything was slowed down, figure out what was going on the screen a lot faster to react faster. So I mean, like, you know. Oh no, I think we lose now. Ooh, unless you have a lot of health. You do not. Okay, well. Is there another one? Yep. Ah! You have to come to me, though, before anything happens. No health, still. But I might not need it then. Fine. We're good. Oh, this, huh? Well, Impact Man. So that works. We didn't get health, but we got weapon energy. That's okay. Oh, no. Now, at this one, and this is what I mean, right? So, like, everything would kind of be slowed down a bit. Oh, yeah, we're fine. Oh, we're fine. Never mind. Ah, health. Thank goodness. Oh, no. Then again, I can just destroy the walker, and then me and you can have a shootout of epic proportions. Yes, health. There we go. Oh, and now the boss. So there we go. Now, I think I'm just going to take the L on this one. I don't think I can beat this boss this go. Maybe that's a lack of confidence, but given our track record. I believe the weakness is Bounce Man's weapon, though. Ah, me and my lack of jumping. Yeah, I'm gonna not get completely destroyed by you. Yeah, we do like no damage even with the Mega Buster. It takes so long to open that boss up. So the weakness, I believe, though, is Bounce Man's weapon. I don't know if I need the Power Gear version either, so this might be a good fight. I don't even know what this thing is. Ooh, okay. So this one, I don't think does speed gear. I think, because, like, that was the thing about the Yellow Devil I was alluding to. It's like, yeah, it brought back an old boss, but, like, it was in a new way. It used the Power Gear system. So this one might use the speed gear. So this one, oh, whoa, hello. I'm just gonna kind of just stand in here and just do this. Yeah, there we go. So they're using the Power Gear, right? This is actually a new enemy, but the Yellow Devil used like the speed gear. And so I thought that was kind of cool. It was kind of like for me, a little bit of a nostalgia throwback in a sense, right? Because it was the Yellow Devil. They brought back the Yellow Devil a couple times in the older games, and they did it again in the newer games. But also in a new way. And that's one of the things I've been talking about with this game, period, is how they would do stuff like do a new twist on something old, maybe, or how some of the level designs, you know, they've done ice enemies and fire enemies and stuff. How did they do it different this time? And one of those things is just the gear system itself, and how it can allow you to get through certain things that you couldn't in other games because it didn't exist, right? Like the auto-scroller sections, you can use the speed gear to kind of help you out with those, if those are your weaknesses in games. So with that being said, I am going to end the episode here. I could press on, but this episode might be like an hour long. I'm trying to do hour-long episodes in one go. So, with that being said, or maybe we will. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. No, because the next episode might be a lot of fighting and game overs and stuff, and credits and stuff like that. And then we can have like a final Mega Man discussion on like the end of it if it's too short of a video. And I think that would be kind of fun to do actually as like a finale. So I will end the episode here. Sorry, I got people's hopes up for a second, kind of going like, oh, will he actually keep going? Great. But it'll be soon. I'll definitely do the finale soon. But thank you so much for watching this episode then. We are going to end it here. I'm probably going to stock up on some stuff in Dr. Light's lab, as a matter of fact. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know what video will be next. We're just going to have to wait and see. So until this time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching.